Black Fontana, mounted Nick Schofield. 2, Morello Royale for Aidan Coleman. 3, Scotchtown. Tom Humphries claiming 7, and 4, Tobefair for Trevor Whelan. The 2 joint favourites, both of whom are right on the cusp. They've qualified for the Pertemps final at Cheltenham. If they run well today, they'll certainly get in. At the moment, that's a bit questionable, so they really both want to run well this afternoon. 5 is Bryden Boy, Sean Quinlan. 6 is Rolling Maul, Richard Johnson. 7, Red Hanrahan for Sam Twiston-Davis. And 8 is Caddo George, the mount of Nico de Boinville. 3 miles is the trip, so a circuit and a half on the hurdles course. Last time we checked, it was pretty close for favouritism. Is that still the case, Matt?
Well, I tell you what, Richard, it's not only the rematch from Warwick, it's a rematch as far as betting is concerned. Who will go?
As up on the outside, we have Rolling Maul on the outer of Scotchtown for Tom Humphries. 4th place belongs to Tobefair, racing on the inside of Black Fontana. And Black Fontana racing on the inner of stable companion Red Hanrahan is virtually eclipsed, but is there 3 wide in the yellow and purple colours as they straighten and begin their journey up the home straight for the first time. 3 flights of hurdles to take. Caddo George it is out in front from Rolling Maul, and Scotchtown, who jumps up well between the pair. Again at the back of the field, Bryden Boy spent a little bit of time in the air, but at the moment it's not costing him too much of his chance as they head on up the home straight. Racing then back towards the stand, still with a long way to go in this 3-mile journey. And out in front, Caddo George continues to show the way with Rolling Maul. Scotchtown in 3rd place, just pushed along to chase. Pop them all over the middle one of the 3 up the home straight. They've just got a gentle enough pace, Luke. They kicked on early on, but now they've just settled it down.
Yeah, they started off at a real good gallop, making a real test of stamina, but they, quite rightly, they've settled down now. Interestingly, to be fair, in the orange colours, just in behind at about 4th or 5th, doesn't normally travel that well, but he's going along really nicely here for Trevor Whelan.
So they step over that flight of hurdles and they'll now begin to race right up in front of the grandstand. So the race really yet to develop. Caddo George out in front in the white jacket with the cheek pieces. Rolling Maul in 2nd. 3rd place for Scotchtown, who was briefly shaken up between the 2 previous flights of hurdles, but is still right on the premises. Then on the inside we have Tobefair racing on the inner of Black Fontana and Red Hanrahan. The back 2 remain Bryden Boy and Morello Royale is last as they take the turn that will carry them out into the back straight. And Rolling Maul has now moved alongside Richard Johnson to move alongside Nico de Boinville on Caddo George as they move into the back straight. Scotchtown racing in 3rd place, and in 4th is Warwick rival Tobefair. Still Red Hanrahan alongside Black Fontana. Still at the back, both Bryden Boy and Morello Royale. So Rolling Maul it is who's taken it up, only narrowly as they approach the next flight of hurdles. And jumps that perfectly okay. Scotchtown slightly into the bottom, and also a peck by Tobefair towards the inside. So the pace is picking up again as Rolling Maul is beginning to put it to Caddo George. Race towards the 2nd of the 4 down the back. 3 lengths back to Scotchtown. As they step over that again, Scotchtown was clumsy, and again Bryden Boy, who hasn't hurdled that well so far this afternoon, made a slight mistake. Morello Royale in the yellow colours begins to improve up on the outside. So the race beginning to develop with a circuit under their belts. Rolling Maul and Caddo George ahead of Scotchtown in 3rd. 4th place just for Tobefair with Red Hanrahan towards the outside. Black Fontana's drifted back a couple of lengths towards the back of the field, and again Bryden Boy, who really has been clumsy, made another mistake. So they're racing towards the last on the far side. Rolling Maul and Caddo George, they've got racing a fair way out, these 2. Scotchtown with Red Hanrahan and Morello Royale up on the outside, racing with a lot more purpose. Again, slight mistake by Tobefair on the inside, but still all to play for here. Despite the fact we've got 3 to jump, we've still got the best part of 7 furlongs or so to race. So Rolling Maul up on the outside, Richard Johnson on the 149 winner mark. Racing on the outer of Caddo George in 2nd place. Scotchtown continuing to spearhead the chasing trio, with Tobefair on the inside, and Red Hanrahan is continuing to run a nice race on this first run of the season, racing in about 5th place. Morello Royale still there on the outer as well. So heading round the long swinging turn will bring them back towards home, and out in front Rolling Maul by half a length. Caddo George's rider Nico de Boinville pushing along. improving Tobefair and Scotchtown with Red Hanrahan, then Morello, Royale and Bryden Boy and still Lac Fontana. So still very much all to play for here as they turn up the home straight, and out in front it's rolling Maul, Scotchtown and Tobefair. Red Hanrahan's travelled really well throughout as they take the third last. Scotchtown landed awkwardly, and Red Hanrahan has travelled so well that Sam Twiston-Davies has got there probably as soon as he'd like, battling on Tobefair. Scotchtown now under pressure. Morello, Royale in the yellow colours has also travelled well through the race, then Lac Fontana. Caddo George is the first one beaten in quite an open looking contest. So Tobefair, Red Hanrahan at the second last with Lac Fontana. Tobefair jumps to the right. Morello, Royale was impeded. Bryden Boy putting one of his better leaps and is throwing down a challenge over on the far side. There have been a lot of chances during this race. Tobefair battling on. Far side Lac Fontana in blue. Morello, Royale is now beginning to surge in the yellow colours as they head down towards the last. Tobefair, customary gritty, but Morello, Royale draws alongside at the final fight and takes it up. Morello, Royale narrowly. Tobefair this winning sequence, and he will not be denied over on the far side, and he pulls out more. Morello, Royale 3/4 of a length down, but what a horse this is, Tobefair. He has seen them off one by one and is victorious again, and surely now will head to Cheltenham. Morello, Royale in second place. They pulled a long way clear of Bryden Boy and the rallying rolling Maul. Red Hanrahan surely better for that run, shaped pretty well, particularly next time. Want to keep an eye out for Scotchtown, bitterly disappointing. What a lovely little horse this is, Tobefair, and his progress continues. Morello